less a test recording. But if this ends up working, then that'll be cool. Teletubbies is on in the background. Today, we're going to look at the Gbird beat structure. And the first part of that beat structure is picking a loop. Now, you can get loops from anywhere in the internet. I'll point you to some good sources in the description below. But this is the easiest yet most important part, because the entire beat will be built around this loop. So we're just going to listen to some and use our internal compass to pick the one that will be the best. Alright, so we've picked our loop. I really like this one. And the interesting thing is you might have heard some of the loops I played and been like, why did you skip over that one? You know? And, you may be hearing this one and be like, yeah, I feel like that's the right one too. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that internal alignment. And some of the loops I've played, I've used before and been like, ooh, that's the right one. And I didn't even necessarily not pick them because I've used them before. I just didn't pick them because they didn't feel right at the time. So we're going to go ahead and drag this in. And now we're going to try and loop it. I know it's a loop, but sometimes they don't loop all the way. Alright, so that's looping. Alright, and you want to get it as close as you can to a perfect loop. Now, something I like to do is add 808s, so I already know that a lot of this low end, I'm not going to want it. So I'm just going to EQ some of that out. You can do whatever you want with this loop. I mean, for example, I might add a little bit of reverb. Now, I like presets because they're really fast, and then just adjust them from there. Let's try The Venue. Alright, so we're going to let this loop kind of establish. So, here we go. My daughter's trying to get at the computer, so I'm gonna try and swat her away while I do this. But, yeah, so, and at this point, when we loop it twice, we want to find a tempo we really like. Now again, we're going to use our most important tool, the internal compass. And you know, I like to sing little melodies. Oh yeah, 117 feels right. Now a lot of people, when they start beats, they immediately go for, alright, starting it at 160 BPM. But you might miss a really good pocket if you do that, so just go with your gut feeling. It's the most important tool you have at your disposal. So here's the loop. So with that, it's optional to let the loop ride out, or you can add something to it. Usually chords that are in the hook. It's kind of like in YouTube videos how they'll play some of the video, like a highlight right at the beginning, so it kind of hooks you in, so you kind of know what you're in for. And when it changes up, you're like, oh, maybe I'm not in for that. But then it comes back and you have that sense of familiarity, even though this is the first time you're hearing it. So, I really like the violas here. And eventually I'm going to make all these sound fonts available for you if you have a sound font player in your FL Studio. Sorry, my daughter's climbing all over me. Alright, we're gonna go pattern 1. We'll add that in. Alright, and then I kinda wanna go I don't know about the Alright, and you might be like, well, why don't you just make this simple? Why don't you just adjust the key and things like that? But I don't really like to do that. I like to make everything work with the loop. Do do. Baby, be careful. Be careful, I said. What? Hey. No. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, she was climbing all crazy. So yeah. Now we're just going to make the chords a little different. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. So, yeah, So we have our establishing loop. Alright. And something that's really popular in music today is kind of singing part of the hook in the beginning of the beat. So this gives the artist an opportunity to do that. Here that is one more time. So I feel like that intro is a little bit too long. So I think we might start this like this, maybe fade it in a little bit with a filter or just the volume. Alright, and then I'm going to put another string in here. I'm going to put a shine. Alright, so it sounds super emotional right now. And then in the next part, we're going to make this part a really hard beat. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching this first video.